and to my colleagues in the education profession that are here, and to the wonderful and beautiful students that are here this afternoon. Please, can you just appreciate yourselves? Okay, it has been a wonderful time, and we are going further in this competition, and we are going straight into the debate competition. My name is Favor Warren, as I've been introduced. So, I'll just quickly go into the rules of the competition before inviting our panelists out, or inviting our competitors out. So, the topic of the debate is art is more promising and prominent than science. Art is more promising and prominent than science. Basically, two contestants were expected to prepare for this competition. Prepare for and against. But when you came in today, your schools have picked one. Either you have picked for or you have picked against. So you are expected to bring one contestant up here. So if your school picked against, whoever you have prepared for against should be here. If you prepared for, whoever you have prepared for that part should be here. Now, you also, whoever is coming up to speak, you are going to speak for 3 minutes, okay? You are speaking for 3 minutes, and after that, you will come back again, want to speak for 2 minutes, so making 5 minutes in all. So the first time any school comes up, you are speaking for 3 minutes. When all schools are through, you will come back again to just round up your points. In case you still want to say something, you speak for 2 minutes, and then our judges will give us the details on the results. Now, marks are going to be awarded for 5 major parameters. Number 1, your appearance. Number 2, composure. Number 3, expression. Number 4, content. And number 5, mechanical accuracy. Your appearance, your composure, your expression, content of what you are saying, and mechanical accuracy. How good are you grammatically? Okay? Your debate participant is expected to speak only for the time allotted to them. Failure to comply with the time will lead to a penalty. So please, once you hear the timer go off, please, you should round up. Do not let us keep telling you your time is over, your time is over. Thank you so much. So are we ready for this next phase? Okay, so I want to welcome the schools. Oh, please, can you just bring out your participants? We have people from Distinct Comprehensive School, and they picked that they are speaking against. So can we have you, Distinct Comprehensive School? Can your candidate please come? Thank you. Ireyemi Group of Schools, you picked for the motion. Ireyemi Group of Schools, you picked for the motion. Please, can you come up, your representative, as quickly as possible? Thank you. We also have Graceland College. You are speaking for the motion that art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you. Sweet Valley College. Can we also have you up? You are speaking for the motion. Thank you very much. And then we also have Edgar Senior Grammar School. You are speaking against the motion. Can we have you here? Thank you. And finally, we have Millennium Senior Secondary School, Egbeda. And you are speaking against the motion. All right, thank you so much. Please, let's appreciate them as they come up. I also want to appreciate our panel of judges. They've been doing a wonderful job, and they're going into another round again. Let's appreciate them. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And so, sirs and ma'ams, you're familiar with it. We are going straight to the debate, no impromptu speech. Thank you very much. All right. So, remember, contestants, the first time you speak, you're speaking for how many minutes? 3 minutes. Then, the next time you come up, you're speaking for 2 minutes. Are we ready? All right. Shall we have Distinct Comprehensive Schools? Please, let's appreciate and clap for them as they come up. let us hear what they have to say, whether indeed art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you. Thank you, sound. Your time starts now.
Standing before this gathering June is Adelaya Anoluakpo, a representative of Decent Comprehensive School. I am here to oppose the motion which says that art is more promising and prominent than science. Before I proceed, I'd like to give honor to those whom honor is due to by saying, good day, Mr. Chairman, sir, accurate timekeeper, honorable panel of judges, my eloquent co-debaters, and my distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Before I proceed, I'd like to shed light in the following things: art and science. Art is an essential aspect of the world that talks about social life of everything in the world, including science. While science is a body of knowledge which deals with facts and principles and how they relate to everything we do in our everyday lives and activities. Now, having dispensed with that, I have my following points to guide me up that science is more promising and prominent than science. Please kindly follow me along. First, power supply. The power supply we have is through the scientists because they research to get more information about it. A science student can work in other fields of study. Since their work is broad, they can easily adapt. Why it is not possible for art students? Secondly, electrical gadgets. Now, how can we be without your TV set, your micro set, your radio set and fans, etc. Thanks to science and scientists, we enjoy all these things. Thirdly, transportation. Through science, we have been able to discover various means of transportation, such as road, sea, railway, and air means of transportation. Air transportation can be used in warfare, and it is very essential, as it is demonstrated at the Desert Storm used against Iraq in 1999. I can go on and on. I wonder how the world will be without science. Without science made all these things. Fourthly, reduction in transfer-modern mortality. Science has now reduced death rates in women giving birth to their children in the hospital. You can know the sex of your daughter and the period you deliver the baby. Through surgery, most women's lives have been saved, and if not for the advancement in technology, most children would have died. Science and technology, I say kudos. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to brain-field you and not to brainwash you that art is not more promising and prominent in science. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Distinct Comprehensive Schools. I hope she has been able to convince you and not brainwash you. Did she brainwash us? Are you sure? Please, let's clap for her again. Thank you. You'll be called back. Thank you. Wow. Please, contestants, when you come up, ensure you tell us whether you are for the motion or against the motion so that we can know where you are going. All right? All right, let's join me and welcome Ireyemi Group of Schools. Please, let's clap, let's clap, let's clap, let's clap. This school is not clapping, why? All right. And your time starts now.
The personality standing here before you is Ajibade Timleng, a bona fide representative of Ireyemi Group of School. A bona fide representative of Ireyemi's Group of School. Before I proceed, I'd like to give honor to whom honor is due to by saying good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and my co-debaters and my fellow students. I'm here to support the motion which says art is more promising and prominent than science. First, I'd like to define what art and science is. Art can be defined as the expression or application of human creative skills and imagination, typically in visual form, such as painting, sculpture producing, as well as other works, primarily meant to be appreciated for their beauty or emotional power. Science is the knowledge about structure and behavior of natural and physical world based on the facts that can be proved. Now to my point. Firstly, without art, science cannot make illustration to give a clear understanding to its propounded theories. For instance, science claims that no human can see the smallest part of matter, which is an atom, yet it employs art to give us a supposed picture of what an atom looks like, including the shells of electrons, which are all drawn using line, an element of art. Secondly, indisputably, science through its technological application has had more negative influences on humans and their entire world than positive. For example, science is the reason for gradual loss of our moral values, tradition, owing to the promoting of debate songs, videos, adverts, pornographic materials by the social, electronic, and print media. It is also the reason why young talents who are into music will rather record songs in an auto-tune, a computer-aided tune, to hide their terrible singing voice, rather than to appreciate it by singing it in their own natural voice or develop on it. Thirdly, art is a human expression of emotion, thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Art has been around for thousands of years. Think of how empty our lives would be without any form of art. No music, no painting, no photography, no dancing, no singing, no films, no play, no fiction writing of any sort. Life without this is near animalistic. Sure, we stay alive because of science, but we enjoy being alive because of art. If you strip this world all away of art right now, it is a non-human world. Lastly, although all humans are created by God in his own image, but not with supernatural power like God, if this were so, no human would then study science or go to the laboratory to carry out an experiment or research to exhibit the outstanding work of science. For instance, Jesus Christ, the greatest man who ever lived, as a son of a carpenter, never studied medicine to cure a number of diseases, conforming to the aforementioned facts. I think I'll be able to convince you and not convince you that art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I think, please, I am a bit disappointed that the students of this girl could not encourage her very well. Please, hello, please, sentiment apart. Please, if anyone stands here to say anything, the best you can do for that person is to encourage, whether the person is from your school or not. Please encourage every contestant.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The Rayemi Group of Schools, thank you so much. Shall we move on next? Shall we call Sweet Valley College? Now you are clapping. Please, let's appreciate her. Thank you.
Art is life. Art is creativity. Art is everything. We all hear about science. What science? According to the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, it defines science as the structure and behavior of our natural and physical world based on facts that we can prove through experimenting. It also defines art as the use of imagination to express our ideas or feelings. I would like us to understand what the word prominent and promising also is. The word prominent simply means something important, well-known, eminent, and outstanding, while the word promising simply means successful or have to do with success. Thinking about our art legends like Wole Soyinka, Chinua Achebe, William Shakespeare, Chimamanda Adichie, and other well-recognized art heroes, one cannot recognize and acknowledge the prominence of art in their work and the impact on society at large. But before I proceed with my judicious point, I would like to give honor to whom is due by saying, good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, my accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience. My name is William Rachel. I'm representative of Sweet Valley College. I'm here to support the motion which says art is more prominent and promising than science. To To put the motion into a more understandable form, it simply means that art is more important and successful than science. First of all, we all know that art is life. All we do and engage in are all related to art. Even what we are doing now is an artistic exercise. Art is a physical thing. Creativity can never be killed off, and talent is ever renewed. Despite all effort to argue it away, we could say that art is ineluctable. That is, it cannot be stopped, escaped, or ignored. Art is everywhere and embellishes everything, including science. Science without art is like body without a soul. Also, art helps in developing empathy. That is, the ability to share other people's feelings or emotions, like as if they are ours, and in instilling healthy lifestyle. Art helps in facilitating favorable development and the future success of a young promising student for a bright future. I believe art is important in our society because it defines us as individuals and makes us better persons. For instance, if an individual passes through the primary level, the secondary level, gets admission into the university, comes out with good grades, seeks for job employment opportunities, and finds none. Like I said before, creativity can never be killed off, and talent is ever renewed. He has that talent in him, and with it, he can use it to earn a living. Now, you should agree with me that art is everywhere, and everywhere in this context includes our society today. Art brings beauty to our world. It triggers our emotion. I hope with these ineffable points of mine, I'll be able to do justice to the topic which says that art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you.
Let's appreciate her. Thank you so much, Sweet Valley College. She just spoke for the motion that art is more prominent than science. Wow. Shall we move on? Let's invite the next school, Egon Senior Grammar School, as they speak against the motion that art is more promising than science. Thank you. Let's clap for him. Let's clap. Your time starts now.
Albert Einstein, the greatest scientist in the world, has defined science as the intellectual and practical activities of the sense, which involve the systematic way in which the physical world is being learned through observation and experiment. Good day, moderator, panel of judges, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am Edwin Ololade, an active student of the Goshenna Grammar School, to strongly, confidently, diligently, excellently, seriously oppose the motion.
Hello.
Art is more promising
Hello, sir.
than science. But before I proceed, I would like to define art. Art is which is defined as the use of painting, drawing, and sculpture to design irrelevant things in the world, which are making us to be more in lower decades. Why is science more profitable than art? Firstly, science has helped us to make life easier. They are the ones that help to build us up. They are the ones that make life easier. Imagine you without a cell phone, or a car, and a helicopter. You will have died long. You will make people to live easier than before. Secondly, it is through science, with the use of medicine, that different medicines for cure of different diseases has been made. For example, malaria that has claimed millions of lives, polio, chickenpox, gonorrhea. The cure for all these diseases are dictated by science. Also, there are also efforts in the ever-increasing population. Without science, there will only be food scarcity in the nation. People will not be able to feed well in the nation. But with the help of science, agriculture, it has extended, it has graduated to the next level to be able to become good in the future. Also, science is more promising and prominent in the future due to the fact of the discovery of DNA. As a science student and a scientist, I would like to tell you that the DNA, which is just on the nucleic acid, has helped to build us to detect the parentality of a child. Also, it has helped us in geoformation. It's not even because of science. Our climate, we can't study them. Thanks to our scientists. All kudos to scientists who have dictated the head, and now it has been working to make things easier for us. Notwithstanding medicine, art, petrochemical engineering, I also try to tell you that petrochemical engineering, which is one of the major branches of science, has helped to create petrol and make Nigeria one of the 5 oil-producing and exporting countries in the world, making us richer than all other countries in Africa. Why should we now get further science is not good? I will stand here. I will be back later, fresh, full, and reloaded to cautiously dictate all my opponent's points. I will be back later. Thank you.
Wow, this is what we call fire for fire. Wow. Please, let's appreciate him. Ego Senior Grammar School. And he was speaking against the motion. In other words, he believes that science is more prominent and promising. Science is fire. Arts is cool, isn't it? Very cool. But science is fire. So that's what he has shown us. Please, let's appreciate the school once again. All right. Please, speakers, when you are coming to speak, try and cool down, because in your keeping calm, we can hear what you are saying. Okay? So, in as much as you want to express yourself, ensure that we are hearing what you are saying. I love that passion. Thank you so much. Shall we welcome the next school? Join me and welcome Graceland College as they speak in support of the motion that art is more promising and prominent than science. I love the school. Thank you so much. God bless you. Your time starts now.
You make my life so beautiful.
I hope you enjoyed that song. Imagine a world without music. With this I begin. Good day, Mr. Chairman, sir, panel of judges. I know cars, electricity, computers, basically everything in modern life is all thanks to science. Accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my ever-distinguished audience. But what's the point now of this technology if we can't enjoy art, music, movies, books, and so on? The personality standing before is Usagi Christiana, a bona fide student of Graceland College, out here to support the given topic. We state, art is more promising and prominent in science. Before I place my comment about the given topic, I want to give the definition of the two terms. Science can be defined as a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about the universe, while art can be defined as exploration and the expression of our feelings and how we can cope with all aspects of humanity. It is what makes us better off emotionally in a way. It is what makes us write better and communicate more efficiently. What's the essence of the music players created by the science if there is no music? What's the essence of the televisions created by the science if there is no image in it? Art promotes prosperity. The arts are fundamental to humanity, fostering creativity, goodness, and beauty. It helps us to express our values and build bridges between cultures and bring us together regardless of ethnicity, religion, or age. When times are tough, art is a slave for the age. The equivalence within science is those theoretical studies which seem not to have immediate value to the real world. Art is how we define culture. It's how we influence and change ideas within our society. I know you all claim that art cannot cure HIV, but art can make an HIV person feel appreciated. In conclusion, life will be all work and no play if there is any form of art in our lives. Art is this very defense I'm carrying out right now. I hope I've not been able to confuse, but to enlighten you, to give you an insight, a peek into the world of art and all that it has to offer. Like the saying goes, art is beautiful, and you can all experience that with art. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Graceland College. Thank you. I believe you've been able to convince us that your motion is what it says it is. All right, join me as we welcome the final school here, Millennium Senior Secondary School, Egbeda. They are speaking against the motion that art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you. Your time starts now.
It is obvious that most artists do not know that God is omniscient science, not omniscient art. Everything around us deals with science. Little wonder science is still considered number one around the globe. In fact, our very existence depends on science. the chairman, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chuku Dilora, a student of Millennium Senior Secondary School, Ebeda. I'm here to oppose the motion which says art is more promising and prominent than science. But before I proceed, I would like to define the key terms in the motion. Art, promising, prominent, and science. Art deals with subjects of studies concerned with human culture. Promising is showing signs of future success. Prominence means important or famous, while science is the systematic study of the structure and the behavior of the natural and physical world through observation and experiment. Most inventions which have made life easier were invented by science, because without them, we would have resorted to using our bare hands and manpower to do work, which would have resulted in time wastage. And as it goes, tick says the time clock, tick tick, what you have to do quick. Therefore, science helps us to manage our time very well. Also, agriculture is the second highest contributing factor to the Nigerian economy. Without agriculture, we will be starving and won't even be existing. If there was no agriculture, all organisms existing on earth would have been exterminated. Is that the better option for those who support art? Even all the fruits achieved by art wouldn't have been possible if they had no food to feed on. Prominent agriculturists were science products. An example of this is the ex-president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Even the technologies used in the agricultural process were produced by science. This makes science more prominent than art. Furthermore, transportation across the globe is aided by science. If there was no upgraded technology, tourism and travel should have been the major problem facing the world today. Do you know that necessity is the mode of invention? Necessity is our everyday need, and we need science to enable us to invent technologies which will make our workload faster and smoother. Then why do some myopic entities disregard science? Moreover, manufacture is a prominent feature of science. Manufacture has done a lot for us in the area of industrial development. Manufacture has brought about innovations which has helped the world. Plants in the states were transferred to Ebudu states through manufacturing. Machineries which are made like this were also manufactured. Even wood was manufactured to paper, which help us in our daily life. In conclusion, art must depend on facts and science. Art depends on ideas and products by science, which makes science more prominent and promising than art.
Thank you very much. Please let's appreciate Millennium Senior Secondary School, Egbeda. Are we enjoying ourselves? Are we learning? Students, are we learning? Okay, we are going to go to the next round of the competition, and we're going to invite the speakers once again to round up their points, to convince us, not to brainwash us or confuse us. Okay? So please, can we have distinct comprehensive school once again to round up on her points as she speaks against the motion? Please, let's clap for her. Let us clap. You are speaking for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay.
Wow. My other component said that art is full of music, all this sort of enjoyment, but through science, this world goes smoothly. And again, without science, this world will be in short, in darkness. Without this science, this world will be. Without science, we won't know what to do in this world. Science is also involved in every aspect of our lives: modern TVs, microwaves, computers, refrigerators, etc. All as a result of scientific research. Science and scientists are very wonderful because they are the ones that develop health care to our old age and education to us, like for us to fulfill our future. Science and scientists are the ones who produce television, who manufacture the television that we use to watch our programs today. Science and scientists are the ones that make all these things possible. Science and technology makes all these things we see possible. To be candid, science rules. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you and not to confuse you that science is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, let's clap for her. Thank you. Okay, please, shall we have the Ray Emi group of schools? as they come back to support their motion again. She's back again. Thank you. You have 2 minutes starting from now.
Although all humans are created by God in his own image, but not with supernatural power to create things like him. If this were so, no human would then need to go study science or go to the laboratory to carry out an experiment or research to exhibit the outstanding work of science. To exhibit the outstanding work of to exhibit the outstanding work of science. For instance, Jesus Christ, the greatest man who ever lived, as the son of a carpenter, never studied medicine to cure a number of diseases, conforming to the aforementioned facts. If science were more important than art, evil God will be perceived by human as a scientist and not as a creator. While nature is the work of art created by God, science investigates this work of art. I think I'll be able to convince and not convince you that art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have been told that we should clap for anyone that comes from this place, whether the person belongs to your school or not. When you celebrate others, others will celebrate you. So if you want to be celebrated, please let's appreciate her. Thank you. All right. Shall we call on Sweet Valley College as they come round to round up on their points? They are speaking for the motion. Please let's clap for her. Let's clap for her. Your time starts now.
All protocol duly observed. My name is William Rachel. I'm representative of Sweet Valley College. I'm here to support the motion which says art is more prominent and promising than science. First of all, art helps us to organize our world. It's one means by which we understand our society and culture culture of others. Imagine a society without the civilizing influence of the art, and you strip out what is most pleasurable in life and which is educationally vital. Take the collective memory from the museum, remove the bands from the schools, the choirs from the churches, lose the empathetic plays and dance from the theater, the books from the library, expunge our festivals, literature and paintings, and be left with a society bereft of national conversation about its identity or anything else. Although the arts don't pretend to be the front line of health services, but we have come to understand how we can function effectively in a complementary role. Moreover, it is said that one smile adds more to life than a frown. That's why people have come to realize the importance, and that's why we have comedians everywhere. And you agree with me that they are the best medicine for stress? Or do you want to tell me that science and their inventions can make you laugh, or be cheerful, or be stress-free? Moreover, art is important in our life because it makes our world a better place and brings a sense of enjoyment and pleasure. I hope with these points of mine, I've been able to shed more light on the topic which says that art is more prominent and promising than science. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, let's clap for her. All right. Please join me and welcome once again Egon Senior Grammar School as they speak against the motion. Hello, relax. Your time starts now.
Moderator, panel of judges, the timekeeper, all courtesy duly extended. I'm still Edon Lolade to strongly support my motion, which I've said that it is opposing the motion of science is more prominent and promising than art. Firstly, my opponent from the other side said science are the producer of pornographic movies and moral decadence, but I believe that it is the artists that are indulging in it. Science has helped to prove our country well. Also, agriculture, a prominent branch of science, produces food for all the whole world. And according to my research, as a scientist, I discovered that agriculture employs over 70% of Nigerian population. Also, I would like to ask my opponents that why can't the house produce food for the country? Or can they build their house by themselves? Why come from with the civil engineers for us to help them in the provision of their house? Also, my opponent made mention of that art is the key to long life. But I will tell you that without the science that were able to help them to cure the disease, they will all die of short life. It is science that are able to help us to be able to live long in the whole world. They are not able to help us to discover the key to long life, the key to long prosperity, and the key to good health. And as long as that health is wealth, with science we hold the wealth and we hold the health. Also, petrochemical industry, one of the major industries in Nigeria that has made us to be one of the 5 oil-producing countries in the world. Without petrochemical industry, many of us will all lose because there will not be petrol for our car, kerosene to cook at home. But science has helped to provide everything. Also, I would like to tell you that provision of shelter, food, and agricultural extension is all through science. At this point in time, I believe I'll be able to convince you and not to confuse you. Pick them from the darkness of light into the palace of truth. Make you to be the best in the whole world. That science is the best, and will make the best, the most promising, and most prominent.
Wow. Thank you very much. It's obvious that you are a scientist. All right. Shall we move on? Let's invite once again Graceland College. As they support the motion, that art is more promising and prominent than science. Your time starts now.
All protocols duly observed. My name is remains Osagi Christiana. We sure stay alive because of science, but we enjoy being alive because of art. And architecture cannot build a building mainly on science. It needs art to design the building. Life entirely is art. Art is the beginning. Why science is deviation of art? My opponent here said that it was the science that made Jesus Christ create human beings, but I totally disagree with her because Jesus Christ also died for us. That is feelings and emotion, not invention. Science has also created more than harm than good. Science has created more harm than good, like the cars has caused accidents in our society. Music can describe places, movies, things, animals that words can't. I believe that I've been able to drive on my point regarding this topic, that art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you.
Please, let's appreciate them. Appreciate her. Wow. Wow. That is an insight. Jesus Christ died. That is feelings and emotions, not invention. So in other words, all right. Thank you very much. Shall we welcome, finally, Millennium Senior Secondary School, Egbeda, as they speak against the motion. Please, let's clap for her. Let's clap. Your time starts now.
Our course is duly extended. Meteorologists who forecast the weather are science inclined. Tell me, what would the world have been without such weather forecast? Let me tell you, the world would have been a confused and disorganized zone. There must be a perfect season for every activities that goes on Earth. There must be a time for an airplane to fly on the air. Farmers must also know the perfect time and season of a year before planting. This is what science offers that art cannot. In conclusion, seeing that science is our everyday life, I strongly believe that science is more promising and prominent than art.
Come on, let's appreciate her. Thank you. Very brief and straight to the point. Thank you. So, my judges, do we have a result or we are still waiting? Okay, please, let's collate. Thank you. Please, let's appreciate the schools once again. All right. We'll just give room to 2 people who would want to say something concerning this topic. I need 2 people. Okay? Let's have you. Let's have you. You want to come, okay? So after the three, I picked one. Please, one from that school. Yeah. Okay. Just stand there. Go first. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Starts now.
It is the work of art that makes the world a better place to live in. Also, people are culturally driven and they respond to art more than science. The contestant standing before you is Uwai Mabon, a brother student of Graceland College, out here to support the motion he states. Art is more promising and permanent than science. But before I venture into this topic, I'd like to give respect to my honorable incorrigible judges, my accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters and my ever-attentive audience. You will see that at the end of my speech, you'll be totally convinced that this given topic is a fact. To start with, I'd like to give definitions to these two key words, art and science. Art can be defined as a human expression of emotions, feelings, thoughts, and ideas, while science can be defined as a systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through experiment and observation. Art generally is a way of life. Art has been existing for thousands of years now. Think about how empty our lives would be without any form of art. Everything would be so boring if you were to be the scientists that exist in the country. It is because of art that you go to places to enjoy yourself. It is because of art that I see people showcasing different talents, like singing, dancing, rapping, and so on. This means that without the work of art, there will be no entertainment. Yes, science is important, but art is more meaningful to the society. Without art, a particular society will be meaningless and hopeless, just like our work and no play. I believe I'll be able to drive my points regarding this topic, that art is more promising and permanent than science.
Thank you very much. Please let's clap for her. All right, next. Please ensure you mention your school. Your time starts now.
My name is Onuwa Shulamite. I am a student of Distinct Comprehensive School. I'm here to speak on what my opponent of Distinct Comprehensive School have already said. Take, for example, the other students who just brought in a phone to play in a music. If not because of technology, would she have been able to download those music? Not at all. She wouldn't, because art does not have any ability on dealing with technology. Take, for example, your computers. You are going to church. Don't you use your computers? Instead of carrying your Bible, you can use your phones in downloading Bible and reading a Bible. With this, you can say that science has done a great thing in technology. For example, I'll just briefly talk on medical treatments. You're sick. Without a physician, would you be able to treat your illness? Not at all. You won't be able to treat your sickness, because that sickness, if you continue using that your sickness, if you continue using that, if that illness is still in you, you can't be able to cure it. But with scientists, you are able to cure it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please let's clap for her.
The prominence of art cannot be overemphasized. This is because its popularity increases rapidly each day, which makes it promising, as highly significant people are successful in it. Good honorable chairperson, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, I am Abatunde Bonale. I am representing the student body of Millennium Senior Secondary School, Egbeda. I am supporting the motion, which states art is more prominent and promising than science. Before I proceed, I would like to define the term, the keywords in the motion, which are art, science, prominent, and promising. Art is the use of imagination to express ideas, particularly via music, theater, literature, painting, and drawing. Science is the knowledge about the structure of the natural and physical world based on experiments. Prominent simply means well-known or important. Promising means successful or famous. First and foremost, the prominence of art can be seen in entertainment, such as music and theater. Music is a popular feature of art, which deals with singing and playing it on instruments. The popular saying that music is the balm for the soul is not a fallacy, rather it is the truth. People love to listen to music because it excites them. Theater is also a product of art, which deals with writing, producing, and acting in people. Theater also excites people. And create a medium for fun. Also, art as Duly observe. My name is Mercy Olumori. I am a student of Rebuttals Group of Schools. I am
here to support the motion, which states art is more promising and prominent than science. Before I proceed, I've heard my opponent said, without this science, farmer cannot get that product. Let me tell you something. In the olden days, before the creature of implements, we make it from our hands, hoes, cutlass. We make it from our sense. When you walk, without this art, there won't be anything for us to see. See now these chairs. Thought from the mind for the artists create those chairs. This thing we are seeing all over here, the projector comes here, okay, I make them, but they have to think before creating them. They have to think of what to do, what to create, what to put together to get this projector. Let me tell you something. He must need medicine for science for medicines. Yes, sure. But yes, very sure. I need the science for medicines. But what's the point? I'm doing this without anything human can share. But one day, I could live under 50 years with art. Thank you.
Good day, Chairman, panel of judges. Good day, Chairman, panel of judges, moderators, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my fellow students. My name is Ufarman Keji, and I'm here to oppose the motion which says art is more promising and prominent than science. But my chief speaker has defined the meaning of art and science, and I'm here to buttress more on the point. Science has made it possible. Science has made it possible for easy communication, which is also a department of art. Journalists, newscasters, dramatists cannot display their artistry without science invention. Also, all of us here came through different means of transportation, by cars, trains, aeroplanes, etc. Science has made this possible for us.
Thank you.
All protocols duly observed. I'm Miracle Crazily, representative of Sweet Valley College. I'm here to speak briefly why science is more prominent and promising than art. Science has played a very big role in our life. For instance, in the ICT sector, recent World Bank study has shown that science has helped in the economic growth due to the use of invention, your phones and data, internet broadband, and this has made Nigeria to be a great country. And somebody defined art as the expression of our emotion. Do you know that this expression of emotion, because of the expression of emotion, this is why insurgents kidnapped over 200 girls in Nigeria. This has shown that art is causing trouble in Nigeria. We need science to be greater in this world. Science has also helped us in the development of our health. For instance, for killer diseases like cancer, it is better to find the antidote and it's better to find ways to make this disease to stop than to paint a portrait. Thank you.
All right. Does anyone else want to say something? Anyone else, please come up. Thank you. One more person. One more person. Okay. Thank you. Please let's clap for him as he comes up. Please let's clap for them.
All protocol duly observed. My name is Amadu Dochiko. I have a question to ask you. If all the saints and servants of the Lord gather in heaven, that glorious day, what will be taking place? Is it not singing and dancing? Then everything that man has created, everything that science has labored for, will be on earth here, waiting for the coming of the Antichrist. Is to show you that art does not have an end. It has a continuity. Even in heaven, art is going to take place. With this point of mine, I'm just trying to drive you home. What has science made? Science has made cars, electricity. This has caused harm to us. Do you know how many lives has been lost through science? Through what science has made? Are we to talk about the motor accident or the electric shock? What the guns and the guns and the bombs that the Boko Harams are using? Who made it? It was science. You see, art is there for us. Art has brought the news to your table so that you can see what is happening in your society. Without art, you will not know what is happening in your society. This is what art can do. I believe that with this point of mine, I've been able to enlighten you that science is more promising and art is more promising and prominent than science.
Let's go. All right.
All protocol duly observed.
I'm Sandra Richard, a bona fide student of Graceland College, out here to support the motion. We state, art is more promising and prominent than science. Art has been put into many good uses for the benefit of man. Do you know that science will end with the world while art will continue even in heaven? Because science is the invention of things which were not made at the beginning of the world, while art is the expression of feelings which is already part of human, even before they were formed. Do you know that science is not recognized in heaven, but art is practiced in heaven? Because I believe in heaven, I believe the angels in heaven sing, which is the expression of feelings and not invention. I also believe that when the saints are ascending heaven, they will all sing, which is also the expression of feelings and not invention. Do you know that science kills but art make alive? Because, can you take a look at this? Does electricity kill? Yes. Does motor van kill? Yes. But can joy kill? Can expression of feeling kill? That's why I say art is more promising and prominent than science. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's obvious that you are artists in this place. Eh? Can singing kill? Can dancing kill? Can motor car kill? All right, thank you. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. It has been an exciting session. So I want us to just invite our panel of judges as they share one or two things with us and also tell us the results and declare the winners of this competition. Thank you very much. Please, let's clap for them.
Together for yourselves, please. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Okay. Now, I must say that this is one of the best debate competitions I've ever attended. I need you to please put your hands together for those guys over there. Okay. Now, one of the things, I am an English teacher, and one of the things I didn't have an opportunity to do when I was in secondary school was to have a debate competition. Now, for you guys to come here to say some of these things with so much enthusiasm, passion, and confidence, come on, please, one more time. Okay. Now, I have one or two things to say. Most of the time, when we ask students, what is an argumentative essay? The usual response we get is, argumentative essay is an essay that you write to argue. I've heard students tell me that so many times. But please, an argumentative essay is not to argue, but to do what? Excuse me? To express your own opinion. Listen. As individuals, we're from different backgrounds. We can never reason the same way. And so for you to come up here to convince the other person, that's the essence. Argumentative essay is to make us believe that this mic is pencil. And I'll be so convinced that the mic I'm holding is pencil. Now the student from Egon College or wherever, the guy was actually good. We didn't get to hear anything. I'm sorry to say. It was, hello, please be quiet. Because of another time, make yourself audible. Let us get to hear you. We were able to hear him the second time he came back. How many of you agree with me? The first time he came back, I wanted to stop him, but they told me to let him. But I must say, I did hear a bit of what he said. That is not an argumentative essay. That's not a debate. So please, you have to take note. We need to hear all that you have to say. Did you understand? But all in all, one more time, please, I need you to Help me appreciate those guys over there. I'm impressed. I don't mind if you could stand up for them. I don't mind. Please appreciate them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Trucalms QDS Season 5. It's been so exciting and really great, you know, looking at all of you and then listening to all of you. The last speaker has made a lot of comments about articulation and being audible. Very, very important. But I just want you to know that there are two sides to a coin. So, concerning today's debate topic, it will be very good we come to a balance. So I want us to come to that balance that we need both arts and science. Both of them are complementary, because you couldn't even have been here if we don't have life, and if nobody produced the chairs we are all sitting on, then we may all just be standing. So we need both arts and science. So don't go out with the impression that anyone is better. But you put up very good arguments, like the last speaker said, trying to convince us. But know that there is always a balance in the two. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the argument will always go on and on. Which one comes first, the egg or the chicken? We can stay here for the rest of the day and will not be able to come to a conclusion. The egg or the chicken, which one came first? So some people can say the egg, some people can say chicken. Well, from the way you look at it, you may be right. Just as the last speaker said, we need the art and we need the science. That is why God that made it so knows what he's doing. One does not supersede the other. So if the scientist thinks that he doesn't need art, then there's something wrong somewhere. And if the art person thinks science is not needed, there's something wrong somewhere. So we have arrived at a balance there, an equilibrium. All right. Please, I would like to invite all the contestants for the debate competition. Please let them come up stage. Give them a round of applause, please. I appreciate them. It is not easy to stand before people and talk. Do you agree? Sometimes you may have so much to say, but when you come before people, something will happen and it will disappear. But for them to have that courage, to be able to articulate their thoughts, please give them a round of applause. I can assure you that so many adults cannot do what they did. So many adults can't do that. Some adults will stand before people and they will collapse. It's not easy to talk before people. All right, once again, I would like to appreciate all of you. Distant College, a round of applause, please. Iremi College, Sweet Valley College, Graceland School. I think it's like they are the most enterprising among all the schools here anyway. Egon Senior High School and Millennium Senior High School. Now, I want us to have this in mind that the marks obtainable for each candidate is 50, and we have 4 judges here. So the mark obtainable is 50. And we looked at it from 5 categories. We looked at it from appearance, composure, expression, content, and accuracy. If I ask you now, who can tell me the best soup in Nigeria? That's relative, very relative. But if you are told to come out here and prepare the soup and we taste it, we can come to that conclusion that the soup that is better prepared is the first, while the one people know about but is badly prepared may be the worst. Do you agree with me? All right. So we looked at them from appearance, composure, expression, content, and accuracy. And in total we have 200 obtainable marks here, 200. So I would like to, without calling it in any particular order, Millennium School scored 96 over 200. A round of applause for them. Yes. Egon Senior High School scored 71 over 200. Somebody said it isn't easy, please. A round of applause for them. Now, Distinct College scored 119. 119. Graceland College scored 138. 138. Sweet Valley College scored 141. Ireyemi College scored 148.
So stand up for the champions, stand up.
A round of applause for all of them. A round of applause. A standing ovation for them, please. A standing ovation.
Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, stand up for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Yes. Now, so let me put it in the proper order now. The winner for today's debate competition is Ireyemi College. Ireyemi College. The first runner-up is Sweet Valley College. And the second runner-up is Graceland College. So we thank you for coming. God bless you. We wish you better luck next time. Thank you. Okay.
Please, let's put our hands together for the judges. Let's celebrate the judges.
Thank you very much. Please, before we go to the final one that we're going to do today, something has been brought to our knowledge. Our particular